Twisters, baby. Did everyone see Twisters?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Twister. I didn't know what to think of this film going into it. But it is a great time. Now it starts Anthony Ramos. He was in the new Transformers movie. He was in one of the Godzilla movies. Daisy Edgar Jones from I don't know. I've never seen her in anything.
What was that movie with Sebastian Stan or whatever you say his name?
Oh, Flesh?
Something like that, or Fresh or something.
Yeah, where they eat, they're cannibals.
Yeah.
I didn't see that one.
You should watch it. It's good.
I will.
I think it's on Hulu.
I will.
Yeah,
I actually enjoyed her character in this, but I really enjoyed my twin, Glenn Powell. I never, they say representation matters. And it's good to see yourself represented on screen. And I've never experienced that more than watching Glenn Powell in this film. Now, by the way, Sabrina the Teenage Witch shows up for a second and dies. I forgot that was a
people
joke.
Die in this one.
But specifically, she also did the same thing in Longlegs. She shows up for a second and then dies.
And dies, yep.
Now, look, Glenn Powell is a very handsome YouTuber with great hair in this character, in this movie.
Yep.
Why did you choose that picture to talk about your hair?
Because it's the most recent one. He sells shirts with his face on them. Okay. His ass looks really good in jeans, just like me. And I mean, guys, come on. We were both in The Dark Knight Rises.
That's right.
This is my boy, Glenn Powell. We're basically the same person. That's why I'm wearing this cowboy hat, because he wears a cowboy hat in the movie, and I am now Glenn Powell. We're the same person. Look at us.
Yeah, can we go back to that picture with you with the hair?
What did you say? You wanted to see my butt again? Johanna, you're a married woman. Stop staring at me.
I'm allowed to look.
Why? You think this hair is bad for my upcoming...
Your hair's thinning there.
What?
Johanna, hey,
Johanna, why would you call from your car?
We don't go there.
You must be driving through a tunnel.
Come on.
I don't know what Johanna's talking about.
We must be a tornado out there.
We have beautiful hair. Yeah, Johanna, is there she's
Let me in now.
I'm definitely not thinning either. I don't wear a hat every single day for that reason.
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about. That look, split image.
Same person.
Split image? It's spit image.
Johanna, Johanna, what's that? A tornado? Oh no!
You gotta get her Wi-Fi.
Come on.
I'm gonna drive to your house. You keep your shit up.
Johanna, I don't like that you're on the show again. I hid you in that Godzilla podcast that you got kicked off YouTube for your political beliefs. That's actually a nice shirt. And now you're back. You're shitting on me. You're saying I don't look like Glenn Powell. I mean, look. That's basically the same ass.
That ass don't lie.
Yeah.
That ass does not lie.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. You got me there.
Hold on. Are we still on Twitch? I got kicked off Twitch for sexual content, and this definitely counts. I'm just making sure we're still on Twitch. Let me do a poll real quick on YouTube.
Jesus Christ.
Am I literally Glenn Powell? I'm going to make that the poll.
You are.
Well, I'm glad you agree. Am I literally Glenn Powell? Question mark. Okay. So Twisters. It takes place.
No, close the poll.
Shut up. No. It takes place 20-something years after the first Twister, although really nothing from the first film is referenced other than the Dorothy machine, which realistically in this universe they would still be using. There's another crazy tornado outbreak. This science lady, her and her team were trying to figure out a way to stop a tornado using some kind of absorbent. It didn't go well, and everyone died except for Anthony Ramos. Years later, he gets her to sign up for his preppy high-tech tornado crew, and one of them is the new Superman. As I'm watching the film, like, oh, that's the new Superman. And he made him an asshole in this. I'm like, oh, I wouldn't have put a movie out where he's a real asshole right before he plays Superman, but whatever. And I like that this is like the inverse of the first one, where the high-tech team were the bad guys and the ragtag group were the good guys. But this way it frames it that these are the good guys, and these asshole YouTubers starring Ant-Man 3 girl, who I'm sure has been in other things, are the bad guys. but then it's a twist because it's the other way around because they're actually working to help the people and the high-tech people are running some kind of land scheme. I don't know. They try to kill a tornado at the end and then it turns into fire. I thought this movie was a great time. I really, really enjoyed it. Joey C, what did you think?
Yeah, I thought it was fucking awesome.
Have you seen the original Joey
Yes.
C?
Yes, I
Okay,
have.
good.
Yes.
Okay.
Now, I did find out that my theater delivers chicken tenders to your seat when you order it. So this fucking movie could have been terrible. I didn't even give a shit. I was wearing your shirt though. And I had to explain to the lady what the shirt meant. And then there was that scene in the movie when she was like, only guys with like shirts with their own faces on it or like douchebags or whatever. And I looked down, I'm like, oh my God, I'm wearing Tony's shirt right now.
I kept forgetting to edit me into the trailer. I kept meaning to edit me into the trailer of that movie.
I did like how like the romance wasn't fulfilled at the end of the movie, but that also disappoints me because I was waiting for them to kiss, but they didn't. But then I was also happy about it, so I'm not sure how I fall on that.
That's a bummer.
I thought there was a lot of awesome action and the sound design was fucking amazing. This movie was a fucking blast to watch. And I will forever be haunted by that Luke Combs song. I fucking hate country, everything country. So when they went to the rodeo, I was like, what the fuck is this country?
Every
band
5
shit?
minutes was a new country song, which I
Jesus.
told Prison Mike about, and he's like, all right, I'm in. Like that sold him
It's
on
so
the movie.
bad.
I don't even know if he likes the original Twister. I'm like, oh, it was this, and there's like a a country song every 5 minutes. He's like, all right, I'm on
Yeah,
board.
I was like, this is fucking bullshit, man.
Mike, what did you think?
It was fun. It was basically the first movie. I mean,
Yeah,
I thought it was
they're
going to be
doing a different thing in the tornado, but it's kind of hitting the beats and mixing
Yeah.
up a little bit. Yeah.
But yeah, no, it was fun. They didn't kill my boy Anthony Ramos. That's why I turned to my girlfriend. I was like, to kill the Puerto Rican, we're out.
Come on.
So you know. But to go what Joey said, wearing your shirts. What I've started doing every time I go to the movies, just to piss her off, I will wear your shirt. So that's how I should say that message the other.
I will say I am liking Anthony Ramos. I saw he was really good in the last 30 minutes of In the Heights that I saw.
In the Heights is
So
good.
at my old gym, The Edge, they used to have a movie theater in there. And it said that it was playing the movie Click, Click, Boom, starring Andrew Garfield.
Oh, Tick, Tick, Boom.
Tick, Tick, Boom. But they clearly fucked up and put In the Heights instead. So I'm like on the treadmill watching this movie and I'm like, wow, a lot of Hispanic people in this film. Where's Andrew Garfield? I spent the whole time wondering where Andrew Garfield was. And instead I just watched the last half hour of In the Heights. Like, this is a good movie.
It's a very good movie.
And he was I should watch the beginning of the movie to see if it's just as good. But yeah, no, he's been really impressed with me lately. He did a good job in this. Logan, what did you think?
I thought it was pretty good. I mean, I didn't like when it first came out, I didn't really think, I was like, do we really need a sequel to Twister? And I mean, it was good. Don't get me wrong. It was enjoyable. I don't know. The whole time I watched this, I'm like, the whole time I'm watching, I'm like, I got to rewatch Twister. That's all I like to think when I watch the movie. So I just kept on thinking yeah, I'm watching to it. Like to the point where I kind of want to review Twister on our channel.
Wait, Logan, are you going to rewatch Twister with the Twister commentary track by Hack the Movies featuring me and Kaylee?
The only way to watch it.
That's the only way to watch it, I believe. Johanna, so instead of, I assume you were in the theater and every time Glenn Powell was on, you're like, is that Tony? But what else did you think of this film?
So did anybody else think that Helen Hunt was going to be the mom? Because they were definitely setting up for that and they didn't just bring her back.
Yeah.
Yep.
Right?
Yes.
Because she wouldn't say her last name.
Yep.
She was hiding. They never showed the mom.
I liked that. By the way, this director, I don't know why they picked this director. I'm looking at his IMDb and it's all indie dramas and one episode of Mandalorian, but the season everyone hated. So when I saw that they picked him for this, I'm like, oh, well, this is probably going to suck. This guy knocked it out of the park. I was shocked. I was like, oh, this movie's actually really good and really fun. But yeah, it avoids a lot of the legacy sequel stuff. There's not constant callbacks other than Dorothy, which makes sense in this universe.
I am upset though.
Yeah.
I do think they should have kissed, and apparently they did film a kiss, and Steven Spielberg said no. I think he's fucking wrong. They had great chemistry. I was just waiting for it. I'm like, ooh, they're gonna smooch, and then it never happened. And I was like,
Yeah, I know.
Johanna, are you saying the guy who produced a movie with a 100-year-old Indiana Jones makes bad decisions?
100%.
Okay.
Bite me. Bite me,
so
Steven.
it hits the story beats from the original, but they're not constantly like doing like callbacks to specific things. Like you said with the mom, like normally you would assume that be Helen Hunt, and she'd be like, I also went through a similar thing years ago. Or when I was waiting for someone to be like, and there's my dad, CGI Bill Paxton. Like I was waiting for that. Then they're talking about like what got them into Twisters, like what got them into chasing tornadoes. And I'm like, okay, the girl's gonna be like, an F5 almost destroyed my house, and there were 2 tornado chasers who hung onto a pipe, and they inspired me. I was waiting for that, or I was waiting for Glenn Powell to be like, a tornado killed my favorite cow, and it would like flash back to the cow.
Favorite cow.
They kept cutting to cows, making you think they were gonna redo the cow bit. And then they never did. Instead, they killed a bunch of chickens. I actually enjoyed that it was like, hey, this is just another movie that takes place in this universe. I'm like, oh, that's kind of what a lot of these movies should be. I don't know why they feel the need to keep reminding you of specific things that happen and dig up these dinosaur actors. It was just a good time. And also, was anyone shocked that they didn't blame the tornadoes on global warming or climate change once? I was waiting for it. I was like, okay. And I wouldn't even been mad about it. I'm like, all right, if you're going to pick one movie to do that. Instead, the Predator 2018 movie worked climate change into its plot, which I still can't believe. No, it was just a good, solid time. I don't think okay. One negative, it's not as fast paced as the original. Can everyone agree on that?
Yeah.
Like Jean de Bont, who was an action director and cinematographer, like he made a point, and actually my friend Cecil did a great video recently on like the history of Twister, but he made a point to like have the scenes like moving. If characters were talking, they were moving or they were in cars. A lot of this movie, they like stopped to have conversations. Like, okay, can we speed this up just a little bit? Can we make this a little bit more exciting? But yeah, overall, a good time. What did you think, Joey C, overall?
Well, I wasn't afraid of tornadoes before, and I wouldn't have normally been after. But then like a day after I saw this movie, a tornado touched down like 25 minutes from my house.
Yeah.
And that fear has never been realized until now. So now I'm afraid. Not cool. Apparently, Tornado Alley shifted up north is what the 40-year-old woman next to me was telling her husband, and I was listening in. And she's like, honey, the Tornado Alley has shifted northwest this year. And I was like, really? Wow, that's fucking crazy. Oh my God, that's where we are. What do you mean? I'm scared.
You got to find a pipe. I did appreciate that they found a different set of pipes to grab onto in this film. Okay, maybe that is the one little callback that I thought was ridiculous. Like, really? Yep. Pipes again? Mike, what did you think of Anthony Ramos helping save the world?
Puerto Rican got the job done. All that matters.
Actually, a white woman did, but he helped. We helped.
We did our job. We helped.
What did you think about him?
Our job.
What did you think about him leaving that white guy to just die in a field? We never find out if he died or not.
Get out of here, Whitey. I'm out.
That's how he becomes Superman.
That's he's like, wait, I can fly.
Pa can't adopted him, fed him up.
Logan, anything you really liked or didn't like from this? Last thoughts?
I like that you were in the movie. I thought that was pretty good.
I do think again, if you disagree, I mean, come on, there it is. Greta, why do you keep closing your eyes? Joanna, what was your favorite part of Glenn Powell's butt?
I didn't look at him at all in this movie.
Why not?
Because Daisy's hot.
Come on, hotter than Glenn Powell.
I don't think he's attractive at all.
That's shocking. He's a pretty man.
Wow, that tornado, it got her. You don't know what it's like to see it Miss Logan's house and Mike's house and come right for Joanna.
Directions to Tony's house.
No. Okay. Well, here's the one really big issue I have. I don't have a picture of the car. So he has a car that drills into the ground.
Yep.
much like the leather straps in the original Twister. I'm like, okay, maybe this will help you survive from the wind, but there is shit flying around in tornadoes. Something's going to hit that car. A plank of wood, a rock, a cow. Something is going to hit that car. And nothing ever hits the car. I'm like, how is it so protected?
I just realized his car's in the tornado in this picture.
That doesn't make sense.
That's his truck.
Oh, wait, and so is the tornado stopping flatbed device. And also the tornado's on fire, even though it's not. What a bad poster.
Also, they're not even looking at the tornado.
Yeah, what are they looking at?
No, there's two, because look in the rearview mirror. You can see the other
Oh,
twisters.
yeah, there's a tornado on the way.
Twisters.
Oh, shit. That was good.
Man, you're good, Joanna.
That's what we need to do here.
It's called being a woman.
That's what we need to do here.
I will say the best thing they did was they made sure to call it Twisters, even though the first movie has a bunch of twisters, and that technically should have been called Twisters. But anyway, yeah, great time. It didn't. I mean, how much can you fuck with the Twister lore? It's just tornadoes.
In
now
other
they have.
countries, it's called tornado.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and this one was called Tornadoes.
That's funny. There actually was another movie called Twister that was like a comedy. Oh, fuck the end of this movie when Paul Scheer shows up for 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Oh, that was some bullshit.
Paul Scheer used to be really, really funny. His podcast was great. And then like 2014, 2015-ish, all those guys just started sucking. And I literally cannot listen to How Did This Get Made anymore. And by the way, they hid all their good episodes behind paywalls. And I remember the jokes they used to make on those episodes. Like, oh, you don't want those out there for free.
He was great on The League, and I can't even watch that anymore.
I used to love The League. Ended at the perfect time.
Mm-hmm.
If it went one season later, it would have been garbage. But yeah, I didn't appreciate seeing his face at the end.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'd say check it out. It's got nothing really annoying in it. I mean, it's stupid, but it's a fucking sequel to Twister. It's
a lot more people die.
It's not like Twister was like a work of art, really. It was just a fun, dumb action movie.
I think releasing the week before Deadpool is kind of wasn't the smartest option because Deadpool.
No, I think it is. It's doing really well. I think it'll be fine because there's probably people who are burnt out on superhero films and they'll just want to see Twister instead. And I mean, come on.
Yep. That's it.
Seeing Tony's ass beat seeing Ryan Reynolds or Hugh Jackman on the street.
Exactly. Exactly.
It's exactly what it is.
Let me check that poll. Am I literally Glenn Powell? 49% to oh, it's really, I'm looking at it. It's literally 50-50 now.